peace. You know, there are times where we all sort of get lost in this type of a thinking, where we tell ourselves this story, where I'm not ready to do this thing, or I have to wait to do this thing until I'm good enough for it. I have to get rid of this bad part of myself before I can experience this good part of myself, or this future that I would like to experience. And we lose so much of ourself whenever we do that, you know. Because the difficult parts of yourself, they are important. You should not want to discard difficult parts of yourself so readily, so easily. Things of yourself that maybe you think are dark. Parts of yourself that you would consider a shadow. These are important things. And instead of getting rid of them, we should have an awareness of them and an ownership of them. We should be able to accept them. Not that we give ourselves away to lower desires or things like that, but that you can find humility and strength within the parts of yourself that you may believe are weak, and that you do not demonize yourself for them, because they are a part of your wholeness. They are a part of this human experience that you have been blessed with, that you are allowed to wrestle with something such as a darkness that is unique to you. And if you ever want to get to that brighter place, that future that you do not believe you are ready for, whatever chance that you aren't taking, that you do not believe you are good enough for yet, that dark part of yourself, those parts of yourself that you would like to remain hidden, you would honor yourself well in bringing them with you, that you do not leave a part of yourself behind. And again, this does not mean that you have to give in to lower desires. You do not have to do wrong, though you may. It means that all of that, every experience, every feeling that you have ever had, every goodness, everything that was hard, that was difficult, every struggle, every bit of darkness that exists within you, it is absolutely a part of you. And it has so much to offer you. And that you can learn from it. And that you can grow from it. And the sooner that you are readily able to acknowledge that that is happening within you, and that it is a part of you, the sooner you are able to do that, the sooner you can get on with moving on to what is good and what is right and what is true and what is bright and what is light. Because as long as you are waiting for a part of yourself to be discarded, for you to have something good, something that is a part of you to be discarded, the longer you are doing that, you are just staying in the same place, because it is a part of you. And it is a sacred part of you. It doesn't mean that it is evil for you to have darkness within yourself. It means you are human. For there to be things within you that you don't understand about yourself. It means you are human. It means that there is something infinite within you. And there is more to you that you do not know than there is that you do. So if we're always wanting to get rid of these unconscious parts of ourselves, it will never be done. But if we are patient and if we are perseverant, and if we are willing to embrace these unknown parts of ourselves, if we are willing to be able to have time for them, to be able to listen to their story, you might find that they are needed at the next chapter. That nature may have given you this for a reason. Perhaps you are learning something from it that you'll be teaching in the next chapter. Perhaps it is making you stronger. Perhaps it is giving you humility. Perhaps from that humility you will find grace. Perhaps in these things that you think are weak about yourself, you will find a reason to search for God. to find God within you, to have strength in that, to embrace your wholeness, that this was a part of your design for that purpose. And all of this is sort of just to say it is okay to do it now. You do not need to be perfect to enter the next chapter of your life. You do not need to be perfect to begin telling your story. You do not need to be perfect to reach out for love. You do not need to be perfect to have a better day tomorrow. You do not need to be rid of all of the darkness within you. You do not need to escape it. You need to understand it. You need to be closer to it, if anything. Not that you are a slave to some unconscious desire, but that you understand yourself and what capabilities exist here in the dark. What light will you bring to it with your own conscious choices? So go ahead, take the chance. Say what is in your heart to say. Do what is right for you today. Do not turn away from yourself in shame and fear, but become more whole, become more true from finding out the truth that was within that darkness. Not to be afraid of it, but to be able to accept it, to be able to understand it, to be able to integrate it. What have I learned here? What was offered to me in this? What was dark? What was difficult? In this moment that I was ashamed, what did I learn? Forgiveness, humility, love. And that is something that the world needs more of, you know. Less hiding behind masks, less putting on a face for the world to see, and coming home to a darkness that you had hidden away from the world. Be your whole self. Be who you are. Decide that it will be a good thing. What you have found in the dark, decide you will make it a good thing. That is within your capability to do so. But not if you hide from it. Not if you believe it has a power over you, that you must stay here and be a prisoner. Because there's parts of yourself that are unacceptable. Continue to learn. Continue to grow. Sharpen yourself to what is good, to what will be beneficial to you, into the world, into the people who live here, to your loved ones, to your friends, to your family, to your community. The more you know about that dark space within you, the more goodness you will be able to offer others. Because you have a first-hand experience of what you've overcome within yourself. So do not shy away from it. And whatever thing that you are putting off, you know, whatever you are seeking, that you are waiting, that you do not believe you are good enough for yet, perhaps whenever you go and follow that, whenever you decide, I will find out if I am good enough for it, perhaps that is where that darkness within you will be overcome. Or made into a harmony, into a union. So there is no reason to fear that. The places within yourself that are difficult, the wounding that you carry, your capability to do and be wrong. No sense in hiding from that. Be accountable to it. Have ownership for it. Find the strength not to turn away from yourself, but to see yourself as capable and be willing to experience that as true. And who knows, perhaps that thing that you have been waiting for has been waiting for you, as you are, not leaving a part of yourself behind, but as you are, wholly and truly. And if nothing else, there is a reason enough to be grateful that you have encountered your own being and that you are not afraid of it. And we can all choose to do that here and now. And I thank you for it. Beautiful love and truth. Glory, grace, strength, thanks. Grateful, God. That you are courage, strength, protection. I'm with you. Peace.